Oh, there we go. Hello, everybody. Good morning. It said low connection, but now we're fine. Hi. Wow. Today was a weird day already, and the lighting is very strong in here. So, I'm taking the train this morning. I gotta tell this story because this is insane. So, I'm taking the train this morning, and there's a guy in a wheelchair. He's about to get on a stop, and he pulls up and asks for help. People help him, and he immediately yells at the people that helped him. It's like, I hate you all, F you guys, F you this, and F that, and F all of you, and you guys all suck. And then he gets on. He smells terrible, by the way, just smells awful. Starts yelling at, like, this lady for, I don't know what exactly she said. I think she told him to F off because he was saying F you to everybody. And by the way, there's a child on the train. It's not that far from him. I don't know if she got on later, but it was weird. I was all the way on the opposite side, so I overheard this from the back, and it was pretty packed. But I'm hearing this, and I'm like, wow, this is L.A., where nobody really cares about anyone, and if you try and help people, they'll say that you're the bad person. But he was yelling at that lady. He's like, F you, white B, because she was white and he was black, and he's crazy and handicapped for some reason. But he was trying to act like a gangster, which is so weird, as a guy in a wheelchair. Oh, Joe, what's up? You missed the story. So I was taking the train this morning, and there was this guy in a wheelchair. He asked for help to get on the train. And immediately when he gets on the train, he starts yelling at everyone that helped him. Like, F you, and F you this, and F that, and F everybody, and I hate you all, and, you're trying not to help a handicapped man, but they were helping him. Hey, Joe. And so, and he yells at this lady on the train, like, F you, white bitch. And she's like, what? She tells him to F off. And this guy smells horrible, by the way. Like, this guy is awful smelling, and he's mean to everybody. He's even yelling at people that are not even, like, near him. He's just yelling at people. And I'm like, oh, he's obviously mentally ill. That was my first thought. But when you get closer, it's like, well, he's not that mentally ill. He just, I don't know what his deal was, but he's just yelling at everyone, like, going, I hate all of you, I hate everybody. And I was just like, but this is LA, so the people are extra crazy on the metro, especially in the mornings. And it was weird because he's yelling at everyone, he smells awful. He's yelling at everyone that helped him, by the way. People volunteered to help him get on the train. And then after that, everyone just ignored him because they were just like, oh, this guy's crazy. No need to get into an argument with a crazy person. You help someone and they just tell you to F off. That's not normal. And so we take the stops with him, and I'm just like, man, I get near him because I have to exit. And I'm like, man, I hope he doesn't say anything. He'd be trying my patience because, like, and it's not because he's handicapped. I don't care. Handicapped people can be just as big an assholes as anybody else, by the way. And if you don't think that, you don't think that they're equal to regular people. So, yes, they can be dicks, too. And so this guy was being a complete jerk. And he starts rolling up a weed. And I noticed that there's this little girl, and he starts smoking it, and she's, like, right there. I'm like, man, this guy is crazy. So we all exit the train, and then I see him, and he's like, what is he? He's just sitting there, and I guess people weren't getting out of his way fast enough, so he goes, F all you, and like just yelling at him, get the hell out of my way. I'm thinking, I bet he's from San Francisco. That was my first thought, because they have the extra level of crazy there. Like, the homeless people here usually can be chill because we're by the beach and the weather is good, but the people in San Francisco are extra nuts. And I feel like most cities send all of the worst homeless people to San Francisco, and I feel like they're starting to send them down here. Because I've noticed the past few years that they're getting crazier and crazier, and not in, like, that fun way like they used to be, but the quality of homeless people is starting to get more and more insane. And when I was homeless as a child, we had manners. We had respect for people that helped us. It was a very different. That's why that's why I really despise people that say like, oh, these homeless people, they're just having a hard time. They can't help the fact that they're being crazy and jerks. It's like, no, that's not an excuse. I don't care what you think. That is not an excuse to act that way. I don't care how hard of a life you had. You can't act that way. There is no excuse in the world to do that to anybody else, you know? People help you and you tell them immediately to F off. I'm like, that person doesn't, no wonder he's homeless. Makes sense, you know? Anyway, I just had to share that story. The story was a little crazy this morning, and it was like, this city, man. I'm sure New York has the same thing, though. But anyway, have a good morning. Goodbye.